just for you, I'm going to go through this step by step because I know it's a confusing problem. Calculating speed from a video, how can such a thing be done? Well, let's be particular. We're going to calculate instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed we can measure from a slow motion video. We can measure from any video if we could stop the motion long enough to figure out how long it takes that object to pass through a point of reference. So on the direct measurement videos, they tell us a couple of things. They tell us the frame rate, and they tell us how long the object is. Well, what good is that? Well, that is all kinds of good, because instantaneous speed is calculated by knowing the length of the object and then dividing that by the time it takes for that object to pass by a point of reference. Now, in our direct measurement videos, we have this red line that goes right down the screen. And then we have, maybe it's a toy car or maybe it's a roller coaster, but we see this object come flying through. Well, we slow that down long enough so that we can see when the object first starts to pass by that red line, and then when that object completely passes by that. And we count the number of frames. So that's important. So again, we're trying to figure out the speed by calculating the length of the object divided by the time it takes to pass by. The time that it takes to pass by is equal to the number of frames it takes to pass by times our conversion factor, which depends on the frame rate. I know I'm saying this a lot, but you can stop the video and play it back over and over again. In order to find out the number of frames it takes to pass by, that is simply the last frame minus the first frame. That gives us a number. That's the number of frames that it takes for the object to pass by our frame of reference. Once we know that, in this case it's 146, then we can plug that number into our time equation. So 146 times our conversion factor is simply 1 over the frame rate. The video tells us what the frame rate is, 240 frames per second. So 146 times 1 over 240, in this case, is 0.608 seconds. So now we know the time that it takes to pass by. The video tells us the length of the object, so we plug that in. 19.53 is the length in meters divided by 0.608 seconds, and we get, stop the video,